All right, everyone, I'm going to call this executive committee meeting to order at 9:04 a.m. Before we begin, I'd like to do a territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katzie nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. We're now going to go into the roll call of attendance. I'll call on you by roll, and please give us your name, pronouns, and access needs. I'll go first. Hi, everyone. My name is Abby, he, him pronouns, and all my access needs are met. Next, we have our acting VP Internal and Organizational Development.
Hi, my name is Peter. He, him is pronouns. My access needs are met. However, we'll have to leave at about, hopefully it doesn't go till 10 o'clock, so I have to go to something after, or a meeting at 10.
Thank you, Peter. Next, we have the acting VP Finance and Services.
Hi, my name is Rasco. He, him pronouns. As for my access needs, I do have a class at 9:30. I'm going to try to stick around as much as possible, even after 9:30. But if I have in-class assignment or so, I'll have to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Roscoe. We'll try and go quick. Our acting VP University and Academic Affairs is not here. VP External and Community Affairs. In the chat. Ishana, she, her pronouns, access needs, feeling tired, and we'll keep my camera off. Thank you, Ishana. And then we have our VP Equity and Sustainability.
Hi, my name is Songyan. She, her pronouns. All my access needs are met.
Thank you, Songyan. And last but not least, we have our VP Events and Student Affairs. V. In the chat, hello, my name is Vaibhav, he, him pronouns, access needs are met. Thank you, Vaibhav. We're going to move on to society staff. We have our board organizer.
Hi, everyone. This is Ella, pronouns she, her, hers, and all my access needs are met for this morning. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you. Next, we have our facilities manager.
Hi, John here. Pronouns he, him, his, and all my access needs are met.
Thank you, John. Next, we have our temporary operations organizer.
Hi, all. Cindy here. Pronouns she, her, hers, and all my access needs are met.
Thank you. And as for guests, I believe Ricky, you just popped in the room if you want to do a quick intro.
Hi, sorry. My name is Ricky. I am the club's coordinator. I was invited in by Vaibhav to just speak on a specific in-camera motion. That is it. And
Awesome.
My pronouns are he, him. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky. Alrighty. We're going to move on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda reads, be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. The only thing under there is our exec minutes from the 12th of December. So I'm going to ask, does anyone dissent to filing those meeting minutes? If not, we're going to just seek unanimous consent on the consent agenda. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand function on Zoom and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, the consent agenda passes. We're moving on to the adoption of the agenda. And that reads as follows. Be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I'll move. Can I get a seconder, please?
VP Finance.
VP Finance seconds. I'm going to list on this. I have a couple amendments to make. So my first amendment will be an in-camera discussion item titled Council Update. And then my second item will be a new business item titled Locking the Executive Office. And the motion will read as follows. I hope this is the correct one. Yeah, so I'll read it out loud for accessibility. Where some executive officers have experienced instances where they do not feel physically safe in the office. Oh, come on. Be it resolved to lock the doors to the executive office spaces for a temporary amount of time where fob entrance is required to enter the space. Be it further resolved that office entrance will be unlocked during executives' office hours if they wish. Be it further resolved to task the building manager, facilities manager, pardon me. Facilities Manager John Walsh and locking the doors to the executive office space. I'll move that batch of amendments. Can I get a seconder, please?
VP Finance.
VP Finance seconds. Is there any discussion on this? And thank you for the spelling correction, Roscoe. Seeing none, we'll take this to a vote. We're going to seek unanimous consent on this. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand function on Zoom and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. So new motion reads, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as amended. Is there any other amendments anybody wants to make to the agenda? I am not seeing any, but let me just double check. Yep, I'm not seeing any. So we're going to take this to a vote. Seeking unanimous consent, if you wish to dissent to the adoption of the agenda, please use the raise hand function on Zoom and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. All right, so based on the order of the agenda now, new business does come first. So that means we'll be looking at new business 9.1, locking the executive office. And the motion reads as follows: where some executive officers have experienced instances where they don't feel safe in the office, be it resolved to lock the doors to the executive office spaces for a temporary amount of time where fob entrance is required to enter the space. Be it further resolved that the office entrance will be unlocked during executives' office hours if they wish. Be it further resolved to task the building manager, facilities manager, John Walsh, in locking the doors to the executive space. I'm just going to rewrite out that entire line with Roscoe's correct spelling. Just give me one sec. Facilities. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move that motion. Is there a seconder?
VP Finance.
VP Finance seconds. All right, is there any discussion on this motion? Ishana, go ahead.
Thanks, Abby. I'm just putting it out there. I just wanted to think of like a longer term plan, a more student-centric plan for safety. I just feel like locking the door doesn't help a lot of people. And I'm not trying to minimize anyone's fear at this point. This is just how I feel. I really wish that we would start thinking of like a student safety plan, starting from somewhere that isn't just protecting ourselves as execs, and thinking more about community. And this is nothing to, once again, minimize anyone or anything. I really wish that we would start like a student safety plan, thinking of where students would go. I'm also thinking if there are like real threats to student lives, it should be going to SFU. And yeah, once again, not like an attack on anyone, not anything like that. It's just how I feel, and I feel it. I feel like we shouldn't be locking the executive door. It's a space where students have come to me, telling me, asking me questions, giving me feedback on the work that I do. I feel like it's an open, common space where people are able to be, share thoughts, also have access to us to know like what we're doing, what the work that we're doing and things like that. But yeah, just my thoughts there.
Thank you, Ishana. Roscoe, you're next on the list.
So I just want to address a bit with what Ishana says. I mean, I agree with her a lot on things in regards to this. It is unfortunate we have to lock it, but at the same time, there were credible threats made to executive safety. I also think we should possibly amend an item onto the council agenda to talk to council in regards to safety of like not just exec but council and students in the broader sense after this motion is carried here in this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Roscoe. I'm next on the list, and I'm going to keep it fairly short. I've already talked about this a lot, and I don't want to talk about it more than I have to going forward. But to be very blunt, I tried walking up to the executive office on Thursday and I saw the door open and I felt sick and I couldn't even go in. So very bluntly, I would like the door locked so I can feel safe. That's where I'm at. Shauna, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Rascal and Abby. I appreciate what you're saying. Responding to Rascal as well, I think it would be great if we could bring that discussion to council. I think for me, this isn't anything against anybody. I just wanted to do a overall view of just student safety first, so we can make a plan for everyone since we're all students. Also just responding to Ivy, I'm sorry you feel unsafe. But yeah, thanks for everyone sharing their thoughts.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else on the list? Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to close discussion in 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, everyone. We're going to take a vote on this. Given that we've seen dissent, I'm just going to go by roll call vote. I'm going to hold me 1 second here. My laptop's kind of low on power. I think this should be enough to get through the vote, and then I can put it on charge. But all right. So, starting with a roll call of attendance, we'll start with the acting president. I'm going to vote in favor of this. Next, we have the acting VP Internal and Organizational Development.
In favor.
Thank you. And then we have the acting VP Finance and Services.
In favor.
Thank you. And then we have the VP External and Community Affairs.
Against.
Thank you. And we have the VP Equity and Sustainability.
In favor.
Thank you. And we have the VP Events and Student Affairs.
In favor.
Thank you. All right, so we have 5 in favor, 1 against. This passes by majority. Thank you, everyone. I know this has been a bit of a tumultuous subject, but I really appreciate the care for both mine and, or I shouldn't say anything, but I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Next, I believe we have in camera. The motion reads, be it resolved to go in camera for the remainder of the meeting. Can I get a mover, please?
I will move.
VP Finance moves, and can I get a second?
Event second. Yeah.
Event seconds. All right. Is there any discussion about going in camera? To clarify, the 2 items we have for in camera are club issue discussion, of which I believe we'll have Ricky as a resource person, and then we have the item I amended on titled council update. If there's no discussion on this, we'll take it to a vote. I'm going to seek unanimous consent on this. Seek unanimous consent if you wish. Oh, sorry, by above. You have your hand raised.
Actually, I just wanted to ask, like, if you can please also let Ricky in, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to seek unanimous consent on this. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand function on Zoom, and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. I'm going to pause the recording. Alrighty, everyone. We are now back X camera, so we're going to move the following motion. Be it resolved to go X camera for the remainder of the meeting. I'll move. Can I get a seconder, please?
VP Finance.
VP Finance seconds. Is there any discussion on this? Seeing none, I'll take this to a vote. We're going to seek unanimous consent on this. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand function on Zoom, and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. I'm now going to list. I'm going to move to suspend the rules to adopt a new business item titled club misconduct. And the motion reads as follows. Nope, that's the wrong motion. Thank you, Roscoe. Have a good class. And it's not copying. That's great. Okay. It reads as follows. Whereas evidence regarding misconduct of a club has been presented in camera, be it resolved to ratify course of actions suggested by the Clubs Coordinator. There we are. I'll move that. Can I get a seconder, please?
PP Equity.
VP Equity seconds. Is there any discussion on this? Also, please do keep in mind, we can't discuss anything discussed in camera, X camera, but if you have an X camera related question, you can feel free to list. Seeing none, we'll take this to a vote. I'm going to seek unanimous consent on this. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand function on Zoom and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. All right, and we're on to adjournment. So the motion reads, be it resolved to adjourn this meeting at 9:54 p.m. Can I get a mover? External moves. Can I get a seconder, please?
Events.
Events seconds. Awesome. I think we got almost everyone involved in the moving and seconding today, so I'm glad to see that. Is there any discussion on this? Saying none, we'll take this to a vote. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent and stay here forever, please use the raise hand function on Zoom and I'll call on you for your vote. Seeing none, this passes. Alrighty, everyone. Thanks for coming to this emergency meeting. We'll see you all soon.